Welcome to Module 2, Understanding Energy Attachments. When we first dare to embark on a gratitude practice and to look for the bright side, sometimes what we are connecting with and expressing is actually an emotion other than gratitude. Specifically, relief. It's a simple enough misunderstanding. Relief easily and frequently camouflages as gratitude. But gratitude is genuine appreciation. It's awe and it's wonderance. Relief is, well, relief that something didn't occur or is no longer being experienced. And we really want to be crystal clear about the energetic attachments to what we are expressing. Now, this is so ingrained in society, the misunderstanding between gratitude and relief, that I still catch myself doing it on occasion. For example, the other day I was walking my dog Bella, and we live in a rural area. There's a lot of wildlife. After learning the hard way, I've begun to recognize the subtle indicators, the red flags, as to when Bella is about to roll in something foul. On this specific morning, I caught her just before rolling in a huge mound of bear scat. My first real thought was, I am so grateful I stopped her from rolling in the scat. But is that really appreciation, or is that actually relief? There's certainly a mix of the two of them in there, but what's more dominant, appreciation or relief? My relief is more dominant in that expression. Relief that I'm not having to go home and bathe a scat-covered dog in the shower. This is an easy enough misunderstanding, and by the end of this video, you'll better understand the distinct energy attachments of the two emotions, and this is going to shift your entire experience. Now, to really drive this home, I need to briefly dive into the esoteric and to explore two specific universal laws. I'm going to do my very best to keep it reined in because universal law, hands down, is one of my favorite subjects, and it is really easy for me to fall down into the rabbit hole of a tangent. But I am going to remain focused. I will remain focused. Here we go. Universal law of oneness. This decrees that we are all beings emerged from one energy source. It declares that the entire physical world is energy. What you're sitting on is energy. The device that you're watching this on is made up of energy. Everything in your room, in your home, in your bank account, all of this is a physical manifestation of energy. Universal law of vibration decrees that each energy emits its own vibration. Some energies are lower and some are higher. The game changer with this is knowing that like energy attracts like energy. Imagine for a moment that every thought you hold is an enormous magnet emitting powerful vibrations. It attracts far and wide beyond borders or limitation and pulls experiences to you. Imagine for a moment that every emotion you feel is a lasso, swung overhead with great dramatic prowess, swooping and looping, wrangling and snaring, capturing a claim and pulling it back to you. Imagine for a moment that every word you speak has an invisible length of fishing line attached to it, swung overhead with the great dramatic grace of a fly fisherman, swinging, swooping, looping, bobbing, and floating, waiting, floating, waiting. to hook in and return to you that catch. You are your own energy conductor, and your energy is going to attract similar energy. Have you ever noticed that the mornings that you stub your toe getting out of bed is the same morning that you burn your toast, drool your toothpaste foam down your shirt after you've gotten dressed, and end up running late? It's like the worse it gets, the worse it gets. And that's because energy very quickly gains momentum. Whatever you focus on, you're going to experience more of by sheer virtue of recognizing it more frequently. When you consider that your perspective, your thoughts, and your words have distinct energetic imprints, you really want to be aware of what you are amplifying just by giving it your attention. Your words have power. It's no wonder that the building of words is called spelling. A fundamental philosophy of the Grateful Jar is turning your attention to connect with appreciation, with wonder, and with reverence. Exploring and reconnecting with the deliciousness of your life. Focusing on what you're grateful for attracts more for you to be grateful about. And the more you speak about your gratitude, the faster that energy builds momentum, and your friends, your families, and your acquaintances will meet you in that spirit of appreciation. Understanding energy attachments involves two important aspects: the catalyst and the emotions associated with your gratitude. Let's explore catalysts for a moment. These are the incidents in life that motivate you to connect to your gratitude. Sometimes we'll see something on the news and be thankful that it didn't happen to us. Other times it'll be something closer to home, like the healthy neighbor suddenly hit with debilitating illness that has you rediscovering your own gratitude for your own health. I suggest that while at first glance this may seem like gratitude, the energetic undertone is closer to relief or even fear. As you set forth in your days in the pursuit of recognizing your gratitude, I encourage you to be very aware of the catalysts that have you tapping into gratitude. It is far more uplifting when you are able to recognize genuine moments of appreciation rather than it being triggered by something unfortunate. Make sense? Awesome. Moving along to the second aspect of energy attachments, your emotions. Take this statement for example. I sure am grateful I don't live there anymore. Soften your focus and sense the energy. What is it attached to in that sentence? I sure am grateful I don't live there anymore. The energy is attached to what was once being endured and the relief that it is finally over and done with. Now, compare that sentence to, I'm grateful for where I live. I love the tall ceilings and the natural light. Can you feel the difference? I sure am grateful I don't live there anymore. Compared to, I am grateful for where I live. I love the tall ceilings and the natural light. Can you feel the difference? One is genuine appreciation. The other is relief that something is no longer being endured. Gratitude has its own spectrum. We can have energetically wobbly gratitude, and we can have strong, solid, crystal clear gratitude. You want to be very aware of what your energy is attached to. Another example. I am grateful that Beth survived surgery. Compare that to, I am grateful for the skilled physicians that tended to and supported Beth's health. Can you feel a difference? One more. I'm grateful I quit smoking. Compare that to, I am grateful for how much easier it is for me to breathe deeply. I am grateful for the money that I am saving. The number one gratitude pitfall, and who on earth would have ever thought that there was one, is murky, wobbly gratitude. And murky, wobbly gratitude is the result of being triggered by turmoil to connect with our gratitude. And then the emotions we are experiencing when we're stating that gratitude. Like I said, this comes back down to the fundamentals of catalysts and emotions. Through increasing awareness of energy attachments, I invite you to fine-tune your appreciation by being aware of these two factors. In this modern new age era, we hear a lot about raising your vibration, but it's rarely followed up with practical strategies. Practicing gratitude in itself is one of the quickest, most surefire, guaranteed ways of raising your vibration. And when you're aware of energy attachments to that gratitude, when you clean up any wobble and reinforce it in its center, this is another powerful way of raising your vibration. This awareness has the potential to powerfully shift your practice. If I told you that everything you spoke in the next 15 minutes was guaranteed to come true, you'd probably use your words very wisely. It's no different with noting our daily gratitude. Be curious about the energy that you're attaching to. This one simple tweak is going to elevate your practice from grateful to grateful. Another valuable insight for this week. You want your gratitude to be easy, to experience flow, and very naturally connect with your appreciation for something. That being said, stay away from hot topics. Don't go trying to be grateful for the lessons learned through contrast. Don't go trying to be grateful for blessings presented from something upsetting. Steer away from expressing gratitude on any subject that's going to conjure sadness or frustration for you. Because it's way too easy for our gratitude to wobble in the beginning. If you have to, keep it ridiculously simple, focusing on things that you have nothing but genuine appreciation about. And if that means you have to take a step back and look at some very broad things, then absolutely do it. By the way, whenever I'm in a jam and I can sense my gratitude starting to wobble, paying very close attention and appreciating something in nature is always a safe bet. Which leads me to the week's theme of Module 2, nature. Think of something in nature that makes you smile. Maybe it's a scenic wonder that leaves you awestruck. Connect to appreciating the colors, the smells, the sensations. Which brings me to one last point for your consideration. Your senses. As people, we take in so much information through our senses every day. When you dial in very closely and connect to the beauty of your senses, your mind isn't in the past and it isn't jump frogging into the future. Your attention is focused on the here and the now, and that clean, crystal clear appreciation and gratitude for the present moment. That, my friends, is some powerful, powerful stuff. So go for a walk. Lose yourself in the joy of your senses as you explore nature, and allow your gratitude to flow with ease. Gather it and offer it up to your grateful jar tonight. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, beats my grateful, grateful heart.